Welcome back to my channel. It is day 25 of our journaling prompts under the open skies, and today's prompt is, how do I want my body to feel in December? It's a pretty simple question, basically like fitness-wise, how do you want to feel by the end of the year? So December will be here before we know it. We feel like summer might just be starting, but guess what? Christmas will be here before we know it. So if you have fitness goals or maybe mental energy goals, things of that sort that you are focusing on this year, what is the ultimate goal by the end of the year? How do you want to look? How do you want to feel? How would you like your body to move? Or how would your mental clarity to be? We're going to write those things down. It can be simple, just a quick list. So this one might be a little bit easier for you. So get creative for like decorating the page today if you would like. Yesterday's page I actually kept pretty simple. So today on day 25, I'm going to try and use my new little flow book. So I've talked about these before. I really love these because there's a bunch of different papers, stickers, little die cuts, a bunch of cool little things in here. So I'm going to try to use that for day 25 and just get really fun and kind of collagey with the page. And then I'll write the few things on how I want my body to feel by December. If you don't follow my page already, make sure you subscribe and like this video. And as always, all the prompts are listed in the description so you can catch up or work ahead as you want. We're ready to get started on day 25. Gonna get my page open to where we are. And again, I want to use this book today. So if we're thinking about how we want our body to feel in December, this is actually a seasonal one. So let me see if there's actually something winter-like. I think it'd be fun to kind of play on that. This is cool. There's like an additional like cute notebook inside. Okay, so let's see. Those are wintry, but where's the pages? This is like a big envelope. Okay, let me find winter pages. These look more like fall. This is cute. Maybe they're not really by spring, summer and all that. Maybe they're just kind of in here, however. Let's see. Autumn. Maybe they put winter first. Spring. Okay, so here's some winter things. Like there's not actually a lot of winter things. This one's actually more of a journal too. I didn't notice that, but I feel like I can still tear the pages out and use it how I want. But it says it's a fill-in journal. So if you wanted to actually like keep it intact, you can actually go through and just actually write through and do all the prompts. But I'm gonna get creative with mine and actually use mine for my journal. If I can find anything winter. This might be cute to have just on the background. And then maybe layer it with some little things like this. Actually, I like the snowflakes. We're going to do snowflakes. And they're not perforated pages, so I'll come and cut that down some more. So I'm going to use that as like just the background. So now I need some stickers, little die cuts, and I think I saw some back here that are like some stickers here that are winter. Or there was some kind of in the very back here, these little guys that are actually punch out things. So I'm gonna do the gingerbread man. And maybe one more. Is that winter or does that feel like more like fall? So before I move on, I'm gonna cut this down so I can at least have my background done and I can move on from there. Okay, so coming up. I'm gonna cut that down just a tad bit more so it's not hanging off the bottom of the page. And then I'm not going about this because I'm probably just gonna stick like that on top so you're not gonna see the words there. But same thing, I need to kind of measure out and cut this down. Not the perfect cut, but it's all right. Kind of squiggly of a cut. Perfect, let's do that. So I'm going to tape that down. I got my paper on the back and I pulled out this little die cut guy. So I'm going to put him here. I actually thought it'd be cute to use his little hand as like a tab. So I need to attach him there. I'm going to use my double-sided tape like I normally do and just make sure. Basically his limbs are going to be taped down. Just like that. Cute. And then I need a paper here that, since it's a darker background and obviously ink won't really show up on this, I need a piece of paper here that I can write my prompts on. So, I mean, ideally just like something white, but let me see if this book has something I can quickly just cut out. If not, I have my other paper packs that I can grab. This little notebook is so cute though, kind of off topic, but it's like literally just a notebook that you can pull out of that magazine and now you have a whole separate little thing you can use. How cute is that? Okay, so I'm not really finding like a solid color something. What is this? Oh, it's like a by month, like a little journaling prompt thing. Okay, let me grab one of my other books real quick. Okay, so I have one of my paper books and again, I'm just looking for something kind of solid to put as a background. Like even something like this. Because the pink matched the little snowman. That might be cute. What's on the back side? Let's use that. I do like that. Add a little brightness to the page. So I'm going to cut this down. I could even make it look like it's on a paper. I might not, but let's just see what this would look like if I cut this, because this looks like it came off a spiral notebook, how they held the top of this paper. And I would have to match the sides, get this to be a little bit more straight. Cut this one down. Okay, it's too long for the page, so I'll probably just need to actually use the yellow part, but sometimes I like to just see for fun if my idea will work, and nothing wrong with that. Try it. If it works, that's great. If it doesn't, then whatever, move on. Gotta cut this down a little bit more. And then I'm gonna just stick, I'm gonna have under his foot a little bit here. It needs to be a little bit smaller because now I can't really see my snowflake. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner. And then maybe a little bit shorter too. Let's see. Cut it down another block. There we go. Then you can see more of the snowflake. I really like that snowflake background, so I wanted to make sure we can still see it. So instead of going under the foot, I think I'll just kind of center it now. I don't know. Maybe like that. Perfection. Now I just gotta write my day on here. And the title, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I can put the title inside the snowflake and write day, maybe just 25 here on the hand. And then I think I'm going to write my title, my title in here, how I want my body to feel in December. So we're just going to write that here. How adorable is this page? So there's my final page for day 25. Again, I'm just gonna go and write my prompt, probably more true journaling style in the box, and then move on to day 26. Thanks so much for following along. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe.